TEKNOFEST'in kıymetli katılımcıları,
Distinguished participants of
sevgili
TEKNOFEST,
gençler, değerli
dear young
Gaziantep'liler,
people, distinguished
hepinizi en kalbi duygularımla,
citizens of Gaziantep province,
muhabbetle
I would like to
selamlıyorum.
wholeheartedly greet you all.
Bu yıl üçüncüsü düzenlenen
This year, the
Havacılık,
third
Uzay ve Teknoloji
Aviation,
Festivali
Space and
TEKNOFEST'in
Technology
şehrimize,
Festival, TEKNOFEST,
ülkemize,
is being organized, and I hope that it will be auspicious for our city, for our country,
hayırlı olmasını diliyorum.
and especially for our young people.
Ülkemizi bu güzel etkinlikle buluşturan
I would like to
Sanayi ve
thank
Teknoloji
to the Ministry of
Bakanlığımız ile
Industry and Technology and
Teknoloji
as well
Takımı Vakfı'nın
Turkish
mensuplarına
Technology
şahsım,
Team
milletim
Foundation
adına teşekkür ediyorum.
on behalf of my nation, and I would like to also extend my gratitudes to them for their
Gaziantep'lileri
great
de
contributions.
programa
And I
ev sahipliği
would like to
yaptıkları
thank
için
to the people
ayrıca
of
teşekkür
Gaziantep
ediyorum.
province for hosting such a beautiful
TEKNOFEST
event.
bu
The
alanda
first
ilgi
two
duyan gençlerimiz
Techno
yanında
Fests
çocuklarıyla
showed that there are
beraber
many young people
ailelerden
interested
oluşan
in the
milyonlarca
field, but also
iştirakçiyle
many families and children, and with their participation, these two events were held, organized in Istanbul, and this excitement of technology were transferred over all corners to all corners of the city, and almost all provinces of the country asked for hosting. Asked to host the event, and this way we then decided to host TEKNOFEST, the next, and which is the current one, in another part of the country other than Istanbul, and the current stop of this festival has become Gaziantep, one of the most beautiful cities of our country. And this way, we know that the sun of technology is rising from the east. We said this is the motto of this festival, and then we wanted to share this excitement with everyone. And I wholeheartedly congratulate all the contestants and winners who took part in the competitions within the framework of this TEKNOFEST. Of course, due to the pandemic, rather than big crowds, this festival is being now carried out with a limited number of participants, but this will not, of course, be an impediment for everyone to get further excitement, especially our young people, for technology and advancement. And this image right in front of me shows that no virus, no handicap, or no threat can stop us. Distinguished young people, other than 81 provinces of our country, we have participants from many countries of the world, other than our 81 provinces. So we have many applicants, and the number of the shareholders in this festival is now 60, which used to be 14 before, and it clearly shows that everyone is fully enthusiastic and excitement about this. And this shows us that there are young people who come up with unique ideas, who work hard, who have ambitions, and it shows that everyone can find a platform to express themselves in the field. This is indeed a summary of the efforts exerted by Turkey for over 18 years. After a long period of negligence, our country had the chance to develop in every corner, and it also gave the opportunities to everyone to seize the infrastructure or the human power, the human capital, the position of our production and export shows that we seize every opportunity in the best way possible, and TEKNOFEST is serving for that in its own field in Edirne, and we follow the path of Çelebi, and our young people show their interest in rocket science, and this is the platform where our young people can express themselves clearly. In Şırnak province, a friend, a child of ours had the chance to show his skills in robotics. In Trabzon province, aviation activities took start with Hazarfan, and again this is the platform on which a child of our country can come up with new ideas. And this is again the platform, the place where people can find opportunities and express themselves. And our children also had a chance to launch a missile into the space, and a team also worked specifically on that for the unmanned underwater systems field. The TEKNOFEST team now has developed and has been developing unique systems that will compete in the world. And our young people, this team claimed the first place 2 times in the past, and now they are going to turn this into a concrete work. And our young people rolled up their sleeves to succeed more. And they also were the winners at TEKNOFEST last year and the previous year. And these teams, of course, will undertake further actions and succeed more and more. From artificial intelligence to cybersecurity, in many fields, breakthroughs will come forward, and we will be planting the seeds of that here. They will grow into trees and also have deep roots under the ground. Dear young people, all of those words we utter are not only good wishes. Just like you, we know that there are many platforms established by young people who succeeded in the world and also had entrepreneurship activities which were of value of billions of dollars. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and cybersecurity, like new areas, do cover all dimensions of technology, and in all those areas we will succeed, and there is no handicap standing in front of us, and productive actions will be the biggest capital of technology, and everything then will follow. And in unmanned and manned aerial vehicles and drones, we have become very successful, even though in the past no one cared about us. And thanks to a bunch of people in that very field, we have been one of the most recognized and few successful countries of the world, and we will have the same success in flying vehicles and also in automotive industry. We will be working, and we are working with all the power and capacity we have to achieve our 2023 targets, and our young people will hopefully make those seeds planted turn into great plain trees by working hard and achieving our 2053 and 2057 targets. Your ambition and your interest will be our biggest capital. All of those platforms, such as TEKNOFEST, will be supported to further ignite our potential, and these platforms have been established for that end. But despite that, some people in our country underestimate our national technology movement, and some even have intentions to destroy it if they are able to. We regret to see such things. But the world, however, is going through a very giant technological transformation period, an era, and it has now a must, not an option, to keep up with the advancements in the technology. What we had experienced in the past before has shown that we have to achieve all of those using our national and domestic as well as local, of course, means. Turkey is a country that should be designing, developing, and producing technology. This is what we persist and insist on. And behind that motive, we have such realities and past experiences. The Digital Transformation Office, which has become operational under the auspices of the presidency, has established many sub-structures and units, and we have efforts exerted to run technological activities with our young people so as to make this a long-term effort and put all of our plans into practice and materialize that, all of those. If you insist on your dreams, to achieve your dreams, to make them come true, and if you insist on bringing the Turkish stamp on the products, technology products produced in our country, then you will be giving the best response to those who try to stop us on our path. And this is the best picture, this is the best answer that we can provide for those people. And our young people have never disappointed us in any subject we had trust in for them. And you will be achieving more and more, succeeding more and more in the forthcoming periods, I believe. Our civilization is a civilization of human beings, science, knowledge, and all of those expressions, all of those terms, of course, mean a lot. When we disconnect from those values, we do fall behind, and we in the past had experienced that. You might have noticed we very frequently use the phrase "from the past into the future." This motto, this is not a random slogan that I utter. Those who do not know their pasts will not know where to turn their faces for the future. For example, those who do not know about the Islamic science and technology, or those who have not visited the museum that has the same name, Islamic technology and science, will not know from where we take our source of inspiration. Hürkuş and Nuri Demirağ had many efforts in aviation, and those who do not know their efforts will not know what kind of unmanned aerial vehicles will help us, and they cannot understand the importance of manufacturing our own aircrafts. Nuri Kiligil and others pioneered and led the way to ensure that our country developed its own industry, produced its own artilleries, its own weapons and ammunition and tanks. And those who fall short to understand that will not have an idea about the future. When we say we will be producing the technologies of future, then you should always keep in mind that we had such a history, we had such a past, and you should be sure that with your trust, self-confidence, with your ambitions, you will achieve that. And the more you know about your past, the more self-confident you will grow in that field. Without getting to know our very selves first, then we cannot expect other things to follow. The information, the knowledge, the secret of knowledge cannot come to you, and you cannot reap the fruits of the consequences or the consequences of the great work if you do not know the secrets or the unknown of the knowledge. Research and science are important, and science is research, and research means rediscovery, re-exploring, and there is no limit to be set in front of further research and exploring, and it means that we will be engaged in such activities until the doomsday. And those young people, no matter what part in the technology field they claim, they will have a bright future. And we have had about 21 different competitions organized within the framework of TEKNOFEST, and probably in the future we will have a higher number of fields because technology grows, it advances, it splits into different directions, and it is a giant world. And do not forget, we have a specific spot for everyone in this world. As long as you dream, you will make your dreams come true. And to make your dreams come true, work hard and never lose your inspiration, your enthusiasm for that. As the poet said, you tried and you failed. It won't matter. Try again and fail again for the better. This great work, this ambition, and of course such hard work will make us emerge victorious, definitely. Life is full of opportunities, but of course the path itself is bumpy, is rocky, is hard, is a rough patch. And if you get stuck on those small, minor, maybe mishaps that come your way, then you will be wasting your time and energy in vain. Therefore, Turkey needs people who designs, who produces, who creates, and Turkey needs such young and successful people to more clearly say, Turkey needs your efforts, your energy, your great work, your vision. For over 1,000 years, we have put our ancestors put their lives at risk to make those lands our homeland, our motherland, and they did so for your future success. And each and every one of you should continue with your education, with this understanding, and your work, your studies. And I kindly ask you to hold tightly on your future. I saw some young students, some young kids, when I was walking around the fair area and visiting booths, and I saw what they produced, what they came up with, and the missiles they manufactured. And the missiles will go beyond range. I believe firmly that what they produce, what they manufacture, will go beyond the existing ranges. So may God help us on this path. It's going to be sufficient if we show ambition and persevere, and our young people will do that. With all the chances we offer to our opportunities, we offer to our people, with all the platforms such as TEKNOFEST we establish, we will continue to stand with you. With no doubt, everything, of course, is not ideal. We cannot say so that they are, but we are fully determined to support you. If there are shortcomings, we will tackle them. Any errors or any mistakes, we will address them. If there are any impediments, we will remove them. As long as you show efforts and persevere and work and put in efforts, it will be possible. You will start from your cities and have your names written in golden letters to the history of the world. And I wholeheartedly believe that we will have many stars to rise from this country. With all those thoughts, I once again congratulate all the young people who claimed the top positions, ranks in the competitions organized within the framework of TEKNOFEST, and I would like to thank to everyone who made this festival possible. I would like to thank to them on behalf of my nation, and I personally extend my gratitudes. Thank you very much. Stay in health.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım, şimdi Deney Yap Teknoloji atölyelerimize bir canlı bağlantımız olacak. Efendim, şöyle alalım arkadaşlar lütfen. Zat-ı devletlerinizi bir süre daha yüksek müsaadelerinizle sahnede misafir etmek istiyoruz efendim. Davet etmek istiyorum efendim sizi. Çok teşekkür ediyorum. Kürsüyü arkadaşlarımız hemen alacaklar. Sanayi ve Teknoloji Bakanlığımız, Gençlik ve Spor Bakanlığımız, TÜBİTAK ve Türkiye Teknoloji Takımı Vakfı destekleriyle kurulan Deney Yapılar'da Geleceğin Teknoloji Yıldızları programı gerçekleştiriliyor. Değerli ziyaretçilerimiz, yapılan seçmelerde başarılı olan özel yetenekli öğrencilerimiz 11 yaşından itibaren robotik, kodlama, elektronik programlama, nesnelerin interneti, yapay zeka, tasarım ve üretim, siber güvenlik ve enerji teknolojileri gibi alanlarda tümüyle ücretsiz olarak 3